an accident. I saw an accident this morning while I was standing at the corner of Park Street and Central Avenue. A man in a small red sports car was driving down Park Street very fast. While he was driving, he was talking on his cell phone.
Okay.
At the same time, a woman in a large green pickup truck was driving along Central Avenue very slowly. While she was driving, she was drinking a cup of coffee and eating a donut. While the woman was driving through the intersection, the man in the sports car didn't stop at the stop sign, and he crashed into the pickup truck. The man and the woman were very upset. While they were shooting at each other, the police came. Fortunately, nobody was hurt badly.
All right. Other than shouting.
Shouting.
So let's go over some details in here. So our first example of past continuous is I saw an accident while I was standing. So my standing could be 5 minutes, could be 2 hours, but the accident happened while I was there. So was standing, while I was standing. The next one is was driving. And the other is while he was driving, he was talking.
Okay, in this case, the man use always the present continuous, okay?
Past continuous.
Past continuous, yes. Past continuous.
So everything is
yeah.
Witness what happened in the past.
But because I asked exactly this question 1 hour ago, and my wife. In this case, I can decide if I want use the past continuous or the simple past. What change?
Well, you can't use while. So while can only be used with past continuous. You can use when it happened, when he crashed, with certain things you can do that. Let's see, I saw an accident. Well, that's simple past. But I saw an accident while I was doing something. So I have two parallel things.
I saw an accident this morning when I was stand at the corner. No?
Correct. While I stood, when I stood at the corner.
Stood in the corner. Okay. But if I use a while, I need use the past continuous.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to do it that way, you would probably start with when. When I stood at the corner, I saw an accident.
Okay. I can decide, no? What? Okay. Yep. Okay.
So you have to decide if it's more important for the reference of the duration. So we think of while is similar to during. Yeah. During the time.
Yeah.
A man in a sports car drove down. You could But again, you're telling the story, you're feeling the action, you're explaining the details. So was driving gives you the sense that it took time. While he was driving, parallel, he was talking on his cell phone. So he was doing two things simultaneously. That's a perfect example to use the continuous.
Okay.
All right. At the same time,
At the same time, a
a
woman
woman was driving.
driving.
Some people would say a woman drove along. Again, driving, is a continuous verb. It's not like close a door or drink water. Now, I could say I choked while I was chewing my food. See, the chewing, I choked when I chewed my food. If I'm telling about a story that's 5 years ago, or when I was a kid, I choked on some food and they had to bring me to the doctor. All of that is in the past. Everything, we don't think of so much about the fine details. If I'm telling the story and I'm relating, then I definitely want to spell it out. So I'm going to use past continuous. Um, Especially if two things are going together or two unique acts. In this case, two different cars. One is doing something, the other was also doing something. They both were. All right, so while she was driving, here we started with the word while. Remember I told you you can change like if and when, if then, well, it's similar here. If will, while she was driving, she was drinking a cup of coffee and eating a donut. We could say she was drinking a cup of coffee and eating a donut while she was driving. Doesn't change the information. Um, Again, drinking, eating, continuous activities. While she was driving through the intersection, the man didn't stop. His action is complete. The idea of having to stop. He didn't stop. So there it's better to use simple
No
past.
problem.
And a hiccup or burp or something. So he didn't stop while the woman was doing something. If I wanted to not say didn't stop, I would say the man uh, continued driving, wasn't paying attention, something like that. He didn't stop at the stop sign. Now we have an indicator of exactly when it happened. So that incident that caused the accident is complete. So it's better to use simple past. He crashed, one time incident. You're not going to say he was crashing. So he crashed into the pickup truck. So he crashed into the lady. She's upset because she was going slowly and she had the right of way, the permission to go. All right, both were upset. That got over, but they were shouting. See, upset is a temporary condition. We don't think of any action when you're upset. Uh, but shouting could be for 5 minutes, could be for 5 hours. They're yelling while they're waiting for the police. So again, there were shouting at each other. The police came. So while these two people were doing something, help arrived. The police came. pretty good example of how we would write or speak or describe. So now let's take a look at the true false. Or maybe, because we might not know all the information.
I would say, or maybe, yeah.
All right, the accident happened at the corner
Corner.
of Park Street and Central Avenue.
Yes, it's true.
All right, yeah. The man was driving a small green sports car.
The man was driving a small, yes, no, sorry, is not true.
Good. Because he
False.
was driving
It's false.
a red
It's false.
sports car.
Yeah, it's false. Yeah. Why
Right.
the woman was driving, she was talking on her, is false.
Correct. She
She's
was drinking her coffee. And,
yeah, yeah,
but the man likes donuts.
yeah.
Do we know that?
The
The woman was eating them, but we don't know about the man.
No.
So we have to put maybe. It's not included, but it's possible he likes donuts. We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So it's maybe.
Maybe.
Right? The sports car crashed into the truck.
It's true.
Correct. He didn't stop and he crashed into the pickup truck. The woman was driving to work.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Coffee and donuts doesn't guarantee she's going to work.
Yeah.
All right. And the police came after the accident.
True.
True. Somebody called them.
Yeah.
All right. Did and was. Here you go. Here is some practice. I'm going to let you read each.
Did and was. What did he do? Who did he go with? What was he doing? Where was she driving?
Okay. So two different ways of saying the past, using did and using was. Could I say instead of what did he do, what was he doing? Yes. And are they identical? No. They overlap. Let's say what was he doing? He was washing dishes. What did he do? He dropped the plate. You wouldn't say, what did he do? He was washing the dishes. He was dropping the plate. No. While he was washing dishes, he dropped the plate. So what did he do refers to the drop the plate. Yeah. What was he doing would refer to washing the dishes. So again, do or did is going to tell us something that is simple past. What was he doing would tell us a continuous action in the past. What was he doing? He was sleeping, he was eating, he was driving, he was working. So we follow the question to know how to answer. Who did he go with? That's just a one-time. Could we say who was he going with? Yeah, it's a little awkward. It's a complete action. Who did he go with?
Yeah, the sound is better when who. Yeah, who did?
What was he doing? That's similar to what did he do? So
yeah.
What was he doing? He was driving, he was eating, you know, the action will automatically be with ing.
Yeah.
Where was she driving? We could answer that anything. She was driving to her sister's house.
Where was she driving? Yeah.
Right.
Where did she driving?
Where did she drive?
Drive, yes, sorry, because this is a past continuous.
So she
I can where did she drive is nice, no? No?
Okay, if you say where did she drive, I know that that action is complete and I don't have to really think about it. You tell me your sister's house, I say, okay. If you say where was she driving,
Yeah,
I think there's more information.
yeah, because
Oh, she was driving to her sister's house
yeah,
when she got a flat tire.
I were I want know the exactly position.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, next side. How did
How
he hurt
did he
himself?
I'm sad.
How was he hurting himself? Sounds like he was taking a knife. You know, how did he was he hurting himself? Now, how did he hurt himself? A hurt, an injury like an accident is usually quick and it's over. So simple past. How did he hurt? Where did he
Did he
fall?
fall?
Fall, you don't try to fall many times unless you're a professional stunt like
Yeah,
person.
and where was he falling?
Um, yeah, but like you would say, show me where he fell.
Hmm.
Now, you could ask, why was he falling? Was he drinking? Was he sick? Why was he falling? Was he on his cell phone? Was he reading his text? Was he texting? Oh, um, again, falling is something that happens quick. You're generally just going to say, did fall. He
Okay.
fell. All right,
Where
here
was
we
she
have,
going?
so
Eh,
where
eh,
was she going?
Is where did she go?
Yeah,
Where did she uh, where did she went? No?
where did she go?
Ah, yes, because I use a did. I don't need to change the verb. Yeah.
Correct.
Where did? But it is a nice. It's good. No, where did she go?
You could do that. Where did
Yeah.
she go?
Where did?
Again, where was she going makes it
Where
seem
was
like there's
she
more
going?
details.
Yeah.
Oh, she was going
Yeah.
to her friend's house
Yeah.
when she ran out of gas.
Yeah. For with the past continue is when you want to know more detail.
Sure.
Okay.
Where did it happen? Where
Where did it
was it
happen?
happening?
Mm.
All right. Where did it happen? Could be either positive or negative. If you're talking about a car accident, of course, it's going to be negative. Um, if you're talking about like a music concert, where did it happen? Oh, it happened in Manhattan.
Yeah,
Where was it happening? You could do that. You might do that if it was recent, like the same day, and you're not positive it's over.
yeah. Maybe when you watch the news in the TV,
They will tell you
and
where it
yeah,
happened.
yeah. Some people like to go place and do things. Okay.
Oh, so they're gonna tell you
No, no, no problem.
that's just so that for dialogue. All right. So again, what was or
What
what
were
were
I,
I,
he,
he, she, it
she, it,
doing?
you, they
We, they doing.
doing?
I was eating. You were eating.
Yeah,
So the only thing that's changed here is we're doing to be in the past tense, was and were.
was.
So let's jump over here to the while clauses. All right, so I lost my wallet.
While I
That's
was.
simple past because it's over. While I was jogging is the duration. We don't know if we lost it in the beginning, the middle, or the end of the jogging. he cut himself while he was shaving. Now he probably stopped as soon as he cut himself.
I can say without what I lost my wallet when I was jog in the park.
You cannot use when with past continuous, only simple
No,
past.
no, but I changed the verb jog and not jogging.
Jogged. Okay.
Yeah, and I lost my wallet when I was jog through the park. No, I can.
Yeah, when I jogged through the park.
Yeah, this is for curiosity, for more chance.
I might say when I went jogging, only because jogging you can get away with. The ing is not being used the same way. When I jogged.
Maybe it's better when I was no, I was no.
You're better off to keep the
Yeah,
while.
yeah, it's better with while.
I'm sure we'll come up with examples, but you can see that they're not off the top of my head, and
Yeah,
normally they are.
he cut myself while he was shaving. Shaving.
Shaving.
Shaving.
Good. 17 shaving.
How shaving for okay. I
All right. Now remember, when we do verbs in the past, they take all the forms. I took, she took, they took, we took, doesn't matter. What we do need to do though is connect properly. I took a walk by myself. You took a walk by
by
yourself.
yourself.
He took a walk by
She
himself.
itself.
She
I
took a
took
walk.
by her itself.
Continue.
I took a walk by we ourselves.
All right. It took a walk by itself.
Itself. Yeah, itself. Yeah. We took a walk by ourselves.
Okay.
You took a walk by yourselves. They took a walk by themselves.
Okay. Now here, if you're looking at people and it's plural,
Yeah.
you might just say you and you don't name anybody's names. If I want to talk about two people, I might say you and your husband, or you and your wife took a walk by yourselves, or you and
Yeah.
your children. I
And
might list the other part.
yeah, more is themselves.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
And you is for two people, but for
Here,
a
yeah.
few people use themselves. They, no, they themselves.
Right. If you're not, if the person you're talking to is not included, then you would use they. Not us. Not
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah. No. Okay.
They took a walk by themselves. Those two people took a walk by themselves. There was something else I was thinking of in here. Oh, it took a walk by itself. That's what happened to my keys. It took a walk. My ring of keys took a walk by itself.
But you don't have a two keys for the car?
No, but it's the ring. I do, but not the electronic key.
Okay.
I bought the car used with one key, and I went out and made a copy, but it doesn't have the electronics. It'll open the door, but it cannot drive the car.
Oh,
You need the electronics.
because without the electronics keys, you can't drive.
No, only lock the doors, open the doors.
It's true.
Yeah, it shuts off the power to the engine and won't let it
I don't know.
recognize it.
I can't believe this because I don't know. It's new for me.
Well, you know, I haven't.
Because the simple in my opinion, the simple keys you can open and you can drive.
No, I think this is designed so that if you have to leave your key with like somebody, but you don't want them to use your car, they only have access to your car. I don't know. When I had the key made, he said that we don't do the electronic. This will be good for
What?
emergency. If you lock your keys in your car,
Okay.
you can use this to open the door.
What car do you have? I don't remember. Sorry.
It's a Town and Country SUV. So it's a Chrysler is the company.
Okay, the Chrysler. Okay.
All right, let's look at our words and see if there's anything unusual in the past. So attend, attended, attended.
Attended.
All right, bite,
Bite.
bit. We take off the E and say bit. The dog bit me.
Bit.
Biting, we take off the E,
Bite.
we put ing. How about break? What is that in the past?
Break is, oh my God, is broke.
Good, broke into.
Broke into.
Somebody broke into the store.
Yeah.
All right, and breaking.
Break.
So when it's happening, you might call the police and say, hey, somebody is breaking into my house. I hear them. You know? All right, burn, burned, burning.
Burning.
Crash,
crashed, crashing, crashed,
yeah.
And crashing.
Okay,
into.
good.
Cut.
Yep, never
cutting,
changes.
cutting,
Double T.
cutting, WT, yeah. Deliver.
This is regular, ED, ING.
Delivered, and delivering.
So I was delivering.
Yeah. Drop, and dropping. Dropped.
Now, if we add the word off, drop off, how would you are you familiar with that? Drop off.
Drop off.
So if we use it as a verb.
Yeah. Drop off is the valet drop off.
Similar to that. So if you drive your son to school, you drop him off. You have to drop off your son. So if somebody calls you and you say, hey, I'm dropping off my son, I'll call you back when I get home.
Okay.
But
it's saying get off.
He gets off, but you drop him off. The person gets off by themselves, but you as the chauffeur drop the people off, and then you continue.
Okay.
You don't go with them.
And these
a good example, when I go to the store, if the parking is going to be long, I will drop Cheryl off in the front, and then I will go park.
Yeah, and the past is dropped.
So
dropped
PT sound.
Dropped and dropping. Double
right.
P.
Both of those are double P.
Okay.
You can drop off your laundry to get done professionally for cleaning. I can drop off my car at the mechanic if they need to repair it. So it could be a person or a car, laundry, something material. All right, let's go on. Fainting. Now, I know you had to look that word up. Do you remember what it means?
No, I don't remember faint.
So you're a little dizzy, you might fall, lose
Faint.
conscious
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
consciousness.
Yeah. I don't know. This word they not enter my mind.
All right, here's
Faint.
how you remember this word.
When
Do you
you
remember
lost
Popeye?
Papa, yeah, yeah.
All right. So Popeye, olive oil, loved Popeye, and olive oil would faint when she would see him. She was in love with him now.
Yeah. Exactly definition faint is when you lost your sense. Is
Yeah,
correct? Is correct?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a loss of memory for that period as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
All right, fall, falling.
Fall,
Good.
felt, falling.
All right, I didn't trick you.
Yeah. Get a flat tire and got
Sure.
a flat tire, getting a flat tire, getting.
Could we use that? Could we use getting for something like a flat tire? Or is that only in the simple past?
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't like the sound getting.
All right, so we don't usually use it, but Cheryl's son has a tire that loses the air slowly. It takes maybe 4 days. So when I go out and I see it's half down, I would say, hey, it looks like you're getting a flat tire. Only because it's so slow. Otherwise, I would not use that. You either don't have it or you got it. All right,
Okay.
get off,
Get off,
got off.
got off,
Can we use
getting
getting
off,
off?
uh,
Sure. If you're
getting
on
off.
the bus, you could tell your friend, hey, I gotta go. I'm getting off at the next stop. Getting
Yeah.
off at, if you're on the red line, you're getting off at 7th Avenue or whatever. I don't remember the color.
Okay.
I'm getting off at the next stop. All right. Get on. Where do I get on the bus? I got on
Get
the wrong
on,
bus.
got on, getting on is yes, no?
I fell while I was getting on the bus. You could say that, yeah. While I was getting on.
Get out,
Get
get
out
out
of the
of.
car,
Okay.
get out of trouble. All right, hurt,
Heart, myself, heart,
and
heart,
hurting.
and hearting myself.
Yep.
Oh,
Stop hurting yourself. Go to bed earlier. Get some sleep.
yeah. Lose, lost,
Good.
lost, losing.
Losing. Okay. ING, no E.
Yeah. Open, opened, and opening.
All right. Opening's good. Opened.
Opened.
So we have to think of the word end.
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 Opened.
End. End. Okay. Poke. Poked.
Poke.
Poke. Poked.
Not Pokemon. Pokemon.
Poked. And poking.
Yep.
Poke is same beat.
I'm sorry.
The
Oh,
means. The means is poke. Poke
push
is
your finger into somebody.
okay. This is the difference because a beat and when you and
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
a push. Okay. 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 Practic, practiced, and practicing,
Practicing.
practicing. Oh my God.
So think of that like
Yeah, yeah, because
P-E-E-N.
yeah, yeah. I take off only the E.
There you go.
Okay, spelled,
Spilled.
spilled,
Cool.
spilled, spilling.
So spilling, because it's an accident, we usually only find it in the past tense.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do this, if I turn this and I make the water come out, I have intention. I cannot say spilling.
Yeah, it's the accident.
However, this has a thread. So if I open it a little and then it falls over, hey, pick up your thing. It's spilling on the desk. It's slow over time, then yeah, it's spilling or leaking.
The spill is no intentional.
Correct.
Okay. Stopped, stopping.
Good. Both double P.
Yeah. Take, took, a test, taking, take, took a walk, and taking a walk.
Sure.
Tripped,
Tripped.
and tripping.
So anything with the P, stopped, tripped, all those, you're going to hear the PT sound.
Tripped.
And notice that for take, we didn't actually take anything physical. You know, it's not like, can I take these scissors?
The past is tripped.
Tripped. P-E-D.
E-D, no? Tripped.
Double P.
Double P.
Yeah.
Okay, but the tripped have the other means, same. Is
he tripped and fell.
Yeah. Maybe when you across the street with the sidewalk.
All right. If I wanted to say in the past, but I didn't want to use ED, I would say it if it was happening a lot. I would say many people are tripping on this rug. We need to move it. Better grammar would be many people have been tripping on this rug or have tripped. So again, we generally would not use continuous if it's an accidental thing.
Okay.
Remember, trip is to lose your balance because you hit the curb or a stone, something that makes your balance go bad. All right, well that's good. You have actually finished the chapter, so let's go now.
Chapter 9. How many chapters have the book?
This one has 13, I believe. So
okay, yeah, but okay. This is not important. It's only for curiosity. Okay.
So 4 more. All right, you want to do this without looking? You can go right on here.
Okay, complete the sentence. She's a beautiful singer. She sings very beautifully.
All right, so the very is not important, but this is an adverb.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Because we're talking about the action sing.
Yeah.
Here we don't have any action. She's a beautiful singer. Adjective describes the person, singer.
Okay.
All right, go ahead now.
He is a terrible tennis player. He plays tennis very terrible.
Very terribly or just terribly?
I can terribly. Okay.
The very
I can use a badly, say, no? Yeah,
Yeah.
in this case, yeah, very, very terrible. She's a careful driver. She drives very carefully.
Good.
They're bad cooks. They cook very badly.
There you go. There's your badly.
I am hard worker. I work very hard.
Good. You didn't catch it. All right.
And no, maybe is oh, okay. Circle the correct answer. He isn't an I honest player,
Good.
because honestly after the comma, no?
Well, just honest goes right to, it's an
Yeah,
adjective to
because
describe
describe
player.
the player. Okay.
And is not an action verb. To be is
Yeah.
not an action
Yeah.
verb. So there's nowhere to connect, no
Yeah.
verb for connecting.
Yeah. In this case, he plays dishonestly because yeah. Okay. The bus is quick,
Right?
but it isn't quietly.
Well, that would be pronounced quietly.
Quietly, sorry. Quietly.
So the bus isn't quietly. No, the bus
But isn't quiet. Quiet, yeah.
You thought because there were two examples, you had to
Yeah.
change it. Nope.
But it isn't quiet. Okay. Mario, in English, say Mario is same pronouns.
Yeah,
Okay.
same person. He.
Mario. No, no Mario. Mario.
But Maria would be the woman.
Yeah. No, in Italian, the man, what is it? They exactly pronounce the Mario.
Some people will say Mario
Oh, Mario.
instead of Mario.
Okay. Mario is a good soccer player. No?
Yep.
Okay.
Good soccer player.
Yeah, continue. But he doesn't run very well.
Good. He's a good player, but he doesn't run very well.
Alice usually drive uh, safe.
Now remember, this
Alice
is an
usually,
adjective, and that would
yeah,
come before a noun.
Alice usually drive safely.
Yep.
In sicurezza. Yeah. But last night she was careless.
Good. It didn't fall. You didn't fall for it. All right. So Alice usually drives safely, but last night she was careless. Was careless. And I'm going to tell you right now, safe is what's happening to that. It's the same thing that happened to loud. People are not using the ly, and you're hearing people when you leave, they say drive safe. I can't drive safe. I can drive a safe car, but I drive safely.
Okay, Alice usually drives safely.
Yep.
But last night she was carelessly.
Careless. Okay.
Careless. Yeah. Complete the sentence. Timothy talks too quickly. He should try to talk he should quickly, more slowly.
Okay. Either one are fine.
Slower or more slowly. Okay.
So we're giving advice. He should try to talk slower, more slowly, whichever one is more comfortable to you to use.
Okay. Greta leaves work too early. She should try to leave work and earlier or more early.
Leaving work early is a problem. We don't want her to leave early again.
She should try to leave work earlier.
No, she's already leaving too early.
She should try to leave work.
What is the opposite?
Yeah, the opposite. Yeah, and she should try to leave work and. Okay. Oh my God. What is? Sorry.
So go
I can't.
early, or you might be
Earlier is presso.
tardy.
Tardi. Yeah, I don't remember. Tardi is. Oh my God. It's a stupid things, but I don't remember.
So the
Is
root word is late.
I know is the tardi. Is oh my God. I surrender.
Late.
Late. Oh my God. Oh, late.
Right. So how do we use late in this sentence?
Yeah, she should try to leave work later.
Good. Now, late is our other exceptional word, like hard and fast. Lately is a different word. Lately is like recently.
Yeah.
All right. So she should try to leave work later.
She should try to leave work later.
Go in the other direction.
Yeah. Bobby speaks too impolitely at school.
Good.
He should try to speak more polite.
Yeah, more politely.
More politely. Okay.
Again, speak politely. Speak more politely.
Linda, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Linda dances too awkwardly. She should try to dance and oh, okay, the opposite, the awkward is oh my God, I have is oh, I don't know. Today I don't remember nothing. Is
This is where studying the adjectives will help you.
Yeah, the adjective is a beautiful one. Is
similarly gracefully.
Yeah. Is softly.
Gracefully.
Sorry.
Gracefully.
Oh, gracefully.
Graciosamente.
Okay. Gracefully. Yeah. Leggiadamente. Okay. Frank talks too softly. He should try to talk and louder.
Louder is good.
Louder. Okay.
Or more loudly, but louder is more common.
The same. If Jack does his homework, his teacher will be happy.
Right.
If you eat to make eat, if you eat, will if you will eat.
What is it you're trying to do?
If you If you
All right, let's take a moment. I'm going to go back to something that you asked me about before with the will. You asked, can I put will in the beginning? Because in Italian we can. If you have two situations for the future, you can do it. If you will go with me to the movies tonight, I will go with you to the concert tomorrow. If you do this with me, if you will go tonight, I will go tomorrow. It's not that common, but you could do
if
it.
you will too many cookies.
If you will stop drumming now, I will let you drum again tomorrow. So the situation here is real simple. If you eat too many cookies,
Eat.
no, just eat. If you eat too many cookies, you will get a stomach ache.
If you in the past ate.
No.
I don't know.
All's in the future. You didn't do it yet.
If
You're
you
looking at this bag of cookies and you want them, and I know you are hungry and I know you will eat probably all of them. But if you eat too many cookies, you will get a stomach ache.
if
Or you
you
might. If you eat, you will get.
if you eat.
Uh-huh.
I say if you eat.
Yep. But one time then you started to say will.
I is the first thing that I say for this I confuse because I can is a worse eat. Okay, if you eat too many cookies, you will sorry get a stomach ache.
Now I've got it.
If the music and if the music play too loud, se la musica, if you will
It could be
if
any
the
kind of
music,
music, so just if the music is.
if the music, okay, if the music is too loud, the neighbors will be angry.
Okay, that works.
If they if they and I don't know, this is about the song. If they have a boy,
good,
and will name him Stephen.
okay, they will name him Stephen. If they have a boy,
I hear it. They will name him Stephen.
Good.
If I am hungry tonight, I will eat small dinner.
All right, so something doesn't line up.
If I have,
if I
I
am
am,
if I am not hungry.
Io sono, I am, yeah. And
so if I am hungry, if I am not hungry tonight, I'll eat a small dinner.
No, yeah, my confusion start from the traduction because in this case, in Italian, they use have, no, and
oh, if I have hunger tonight.
Yeah, not to be, my use have. Sorry.
Nah, it's the same in Spanish.
Circle the correct answer. If we'll take vacation this year, if we take a vacation this year, we'll go to away.
You got it. If we take, we'll go. Okay. Hawaii.
While if they feel energetic tonight, they if they will feel energetic tonight, they might go dancing. No. Okay.
Just if they feel.
If they feel energetic tonight, they go dancing.
They might go.
Might go?
Yeah, just because they have energy doesn't mean they have to go dancing. They might go dancing or they might go skiing. So.
Okay.
All right, number 3.
If you sing too loudly, you might get a sore throat.
All right, so it's not guaranteed.
Throat.
That's good.
Okay. If it if it won't rain tomorrow.
Let's remember, we do not put will or won't on the same side as if before the comma. It's rare.
Yeah. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, I'll go sailing.
All right.
Because the future is after comma.
Correct.
Okay.
And again, I could change I'll go sailing if I don't work or if it doesn't rain tomorrow. You're fine with the directions. I don't think you need me to read that. So that finishes 8. Now let's finish. Let's go into 9. All right, driving to the beach.
Driving to the beach,
fixing her fence,
jogging, painting their house, playing baseball, riding his motorcycle, scatterboarding, walking down Main Street. Okay, what was Paul
doing when it started to rain?
He was driving to the beach. And what?
Good.
And
now notice that this is actually the next chapter, but notice that here we have simple past.
Yeah.
Right? But what was Jane doing when it started to rain?
And walking down, she walking down Main Street.
She was walking down Main Street. There you go. Okay.
And what were Mr. and Mrs. Adams doing? And they doing jogging.
They were jogging.
They
were
Were.
jogging.
Okay, they were jogging. Okay. Because I needed the verb. Yeah, I say doing it. Do. Okay. What were you and your friend doing? And sorry, I don't see. And okay, they playing basketball.
Okay, what were you
They
and your
yeah.
friend?
What were you and we playing basketball.
Let's remember past continuous. We need to be.
We are playing
We
basketball.
were.
We yes, it passed. We were. Yeah, we were. Sorry, because I remember when I was in the school, I have the same problem for the verb in Italian.
Ah,
Yeah, but because this is about the attention. Okay, we were playing basketball. Okay,
right.
what was Nick doing? He he was riding his motorcycle.
Right. What was
And
Natalie
what
doing?
was nothing do? And she was fixing her fence.
Nice.
And what were Tony and Mary doing? They were painting the house. I don't know how.
Exactly.
Yeah. What were you and Mike doing? We were skateboarding.
Yep.
What were you doing? I this is a present, bro. I
I was.
I okay in the past. Okay, I was in the English class.
I was taking an English class.
I was taking. Okay, what were they doing? My children were baking. He
You know what? This really has a lesson attached to it because we're using when.
were baking a cake when I got home from work. And he was wearing a helmet when he is had.
All right. So he was wearing is
He
past
was wearing.
continuous. Then we use a when for the thing that happened quickly. When he hit his head. When I got home.